Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another happy Monday. Another, content here that I'm sharing with each and every one of you, especially for my aspiring nonprofit founders and existing nonprofit founders, of just some great information to help you with your nonprofit organization to be able to take it to the next level, and to be able to, especially for those aspiring founders, to be able to set your organization on solid ground, so that way you can just move and direct your organization in the manner in which you want to do it, knowing that your foundation is solid and strong. So for those of you who have follow me each and every week, you're here. Yep, even on a holiday weekend, I'm here sharing some content with you, as I promised. So welcome back to those that are here again, to hear some good information for your nonprofit organization. But for those of you that are new to my page, whether it's on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, my name is Asia Nasir. I am the founder of my consulting firm, Utopian Enterprise Business Solutions, where my mission is to help aspiring and existing nonprofit founders to be able to fulfill their missions in real time. I'm also an author of my newly released book, which you can see up top here, Nonprofit Doesn't Mean No Profit. And you can find that on Amazon today, where it is a 10-chapter book that really gives you some great information to be able to not only start your nonprofit right, but to able to run it in order to be able to sustain your organization for longevity. So that is who I am. And once again, as I mentioned, each and every week I'm here sharing some information that I think is extremely important to nonprofit organizations. Nonprofits does some really great work in the community, but if not done right, and if not done with intention and strategy, a great cause can lose its way. So I'm here to share some information. This year, I've been focusing, if you've heard any of my videos previously, it's been all about impact, how to truly make an impact in your community within your nonprofit organization. But today is going to be a little bit different. It's just some food for thought is what I want to share today. It's a light day. It's a holiday week. Just something that maybe you can speak with your board of directors to see, hey, is this something that we want to do? And that is trademarking, to be or not to be, right? This is something that I think a nonprofit organizations really don't think about. They think trademarking is really for for-profit businesses. And I share all the time, nonprofit organizations are a business. So if it's okay or something that you would consider for-profit, why not consider it for a nonprofit? And so today I'm going to be sharing 5 reasons, or 5 reasons why you should consider as a nonprofit organization, or the benefits. That's it. The 5 benefits of trademarking your nonprofit organization. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. I want you to be able to enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. So strategy, benefit number 1. I keep using strategy because each and every week I'm giving strategies. So today is all about benefits. So the first benefit that I would like to share as to why a nonprofit organization should consider trademarking is to protect your brand. It's like any other business. You have a brand, you have your logo, you have something that is distinguishing about your organization, whether you use it on your materials, on if you intellectual property, your website, your social media pages, something that distinguishes you, even your name. It distinguishes you and what you do for your nonprofit organization. So when you trademark, it protects that. It protects the name. It protects the logo. It protects the look. Whatever that brand is that you have for your nonprofit organization, it protects that. It has happened before. It's unfortunate, but it has happened before where nonprofit organizations, especially those that are aspiring, and that's why I said that, my content is for aspiring and existing nonprofit founders, just something to really, food for thought to think about. There have been nonprofit organizations that, created their name, their logo, their look, that set up their website, their social media pages, and then got a letter in the mail saying someone else owns the rights to that name. Someone else owns the right to that logo or whatever. It's important. Imagine just imagine how you would feel after you spent money, which nonprofits were on a budget, right? We're on a budget. Imagine getting a letter in the mail saying that you are legally not authorized to use that brand, that name, that logo, anything. You are not allowed to use it. And now all of that money gone to waste that could have went to something that you know that once you created it, it's yours. It is your nonprofit's property and no one can use it. So this keeps your brand distinguishable, where it's recognizable for who it is and you don't ever have to worry about it. And I'm talking about being federally, because there's two different type of trademarking. You can do a state trademarking, which is great, but I'm here as a nonprofit strategist to say I would consider both, especially the federally, the federal trademarking. You want to make sure that you're federally trademarking it. And we'll talk about why in like strategy. I think it's strategy number 3 or 4, or benefit number 3 or 4. This really helps your nonprofit organization. So it protects people who are not authorized to use your logo, your name, or anything like that on their material. It helps you to be able to protect that brand. It helps you to be able to be distinct, so that when people get to know you for your logo, your tagline, your anything like that, that is yours. That's your intellectual property that branding belongs to the nonprofit organization. So no one can use it. So it protects anyone from being able to take it away. Or imagine someone coming afterwards using the name and they trademark it. Because they've trademarked it, there could be a possibility, even if you fight it, there could be a possibility that you may lose because you never secured that branding right. So you want to make sure that, if you've been in it for a while, you may want to consider trademarking it. And if you're just getting started, federally trademarking your branding is something that you really should consider. And we're going to talk about cost in a little bit. So that's benefit number 1. Benefit number 2 is actually, nonprofits were always looking, just like any other business, you're looking for different streams of income, the ability to be able to make money. When you trademark, it gives you the ability to be able to generate an additional stream of income for your organization. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Say you have a nonprofit organization that's very well known even in the local community, or maybe in the county or town or whatever. You're very well known. You have a following. You have whether it be with women or the youth, or whoever it is that you're attached to, that your cause leans towards. Maybe you have a huge following on social media. Someone may say, hey, we want to partner with you to do this commercial, or we want to partner with you to be able to generate, more followers because they follow you and you are, endorsing us or whatever. They can actually, with your trademark, by using your branding and things like that, to be able to promote your, to entice your followers to be able to, support them as well, because it's connected to your brand, it's connected to your organization. You can actually, draw up a contract where a certain percentage that they make goes back to the nonprofit organization because you've trademarked it. So now you can actually say, this, we have license to you. We're giving you license to be able to use our logo, our tagline, anything that is distinguishable about you that attracts that group of, individuals that they're looking to market to. Now you have the license to be able to say, hey, we give you the license to use it. And in return of using that license to increase your visibility and increase your potential for making money, we want, 10%, 5%, whatever it is of your royalties, that goes back to the nonprofit organization. But you can't do that. I mean, you can, but to really secure, legally, that you're able to gain royalties from your trademark. That's a great way to be able to have an attorney draw up a contract to be able to say, we're going to receive an additional stream of income for doing so. So that's benefit number 2. So there's as you can see, a lot of great benefits to being able to trademark your nonprofit organization. Number 3 is it allows your nonprofit the ability to work not just from the state level, as I was mentioning before, but when you federally trademark it, it's nationwide. So that means throughout all of the United States, you own that, because it has happened before, and it happened with my nonprofit organization. And thankfully, they had to tweak their name a little bit so it didn't, no one confused them, their nonprofit organization with mine. But what happens when you federally trademark it, it allows you to be able to cross, state lines, and be able to do so with the confidence that you're not infringing on anyone else's name, and that no one can do it with you as well. So you can have your nonprofit organization, say in the state of New York, but then you go to California and there's someone using the same name. This extends, cross lines when they're doing their research and saying, does someone own this name? When I'm trying to create this logo, if it is too similar to yours, where it really can confuse people from your organization to yours, your trademark allows across state lines to say, hey, that's not going to work. We have a logo that is just way too similar to yours, and it's just not in your state. It allows it to cross state lines. And what this does as well is, when you have that trademark, say as you are expanding, your organization decides that it wants to be trademarked internationally. Maybe you're expanding your reach internationally. It gives you more credibility as a nonprofit organization to be able to get that extension for international trademarking, because you've already have it from a nationwide perspective. So it really helps to put your organization on another level, and helping you to be able to secure everything that you've worked so hard for. And that's the whole thing. You want to protect what you've done, so that way you can continue to do the good work that you're doing for the cause that you're looking to champion. Trademarking allows you to be able to do that. So that's benefit number 3. Benefit number 4 is, it allows you, once you trademark, right? Once you trademark, you are allowed now to put that trademark symbol on your materials, on your website, on your social media pages, and things like that. And what it does is it puts people on notice that if they've been watching your page, they like what you do, and they want to create something similar or use the name for maybe, intentions that are not as good. This puts them on notice. Try it. This puts them on notice, because this allows them to see that there could be legal ramifications. There could be a monetary damage that is, given to the nonprofit because of your use or unauthorized use of our branding, of our intellectual property, or whatever it is. It puts people on notice immediately that this is a name, this is a title, this is a logo, whatever it is, you cannot use it. And that's extremely important, because if you have someone who has ill intentions, who's using something similar, it distinguishes you from someone who may be using your information, your title, your branding to do something ill, where your organization can then be kind of like guilty by association because it looks so similar. It puts people on notice that if you do, don't think about it. Don't think about it, because we do have the trademark. So this is like a communication or marketing, that you are sending a message without having to say a word, just by using that symbol. And you can't use that symbol if you have not federally trademarked your brand. So that is benefit number 4. Benefit number 5 is, a lot of people think that when you do trademark, you have to get a lawyer, which, yeah, I would consider it. I would consider getting an attorney. They know a little bit more. But again, if your nonprofit organization is on a budget, you may want to consider possibly, completing the application yourself. There is a website, so I'm going to share it with you, because sharing is caring. There is a website called www.us, as in Sam, pto.gov. That's where you can apply for your federally to be federally trademarked. And the cost, depending on which application you apply for, it can cost anywhere from $250 to maybe $300, $400. So it's not that expensive to be able to secure something that can really generate much more information so you get a return on your investment fairly quickly, especially if you can use it for royalties or additional streams of income. And what it does as well too, it allows your supporters, your donors, to be able to see that the professionalism, the commitment to your brand, and it might entice them to be able to say, look, this is an organization that has really invested in its services, in its brand, its perception in the community. And want to support that and want to invest in your efforts. So those are the 5 strategies that I wanted to share today. As you can see, it's not something light. It's not something that should be taken lightly. It's really something that if you are selling, apparel and things like that, you really may want to, think about trademarking it, because someone can come and snatch that away, and then now you're the unauthorized user for something you created. That would be a tragedy. So don't let that happen to you. This is food for thought. Please share it with your board of directors, maybe at your next board meeting, and really consider if this is something that you want to do, whether just getting on your feet or as an existing nonprofit that may have some skin in the game and something to lose if someone were to do this. So just wanted to share these 5, benefits with you to trademark, to be or not to be as a nonprofit organization. The choice is up to you, but this is just some information. A lot of people are not always aware of the different information out there, and I always say not being informed is not an excuse. This is too much content out there, and if it's a benefit to your organization, then you should really consider doing it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend with your family or your friends or whatever you plan on doing. If you just want to relax, enjoy that time. I just wanted to share this with you, in whatever you do. As I always say, be impactful and be intentional with everything you do. So enjoy the rest of your day, and stay tuned for next week for more content specifically for nonprofit organizations. I am your favorite nonprofit strategist, and I'm signing off. See you all next week.